Ohio, 2025, a quaint suburban home, the Millers, a picture of normalcy, their 15-year-old daughter, Emily, a bright light in their lives. She was last seen at the dinner table, laughing with her parents, her laughter echoing through the house. After dinner, Emily retreated to her room, the sound of her favorite music filtering down the stairs. Then, silence. Hours passed. The house grew quiet, eerily so. Emily's parents, their concern mounting with each passing moment, knocked on her door. No answer. They opened the door to an empty room. Panic set in. Emily was gone. Her phone, her purse, her favorite jacket, all left behind. It was as if she had vanished into thin air. The police were called, sirens blaring, their arrival shattering the night's stillness. A sense of dread settled over the neighborhood as news of Emily's disappearance spread like wildfire. How could a young girl vanish from her own home in the middle of the evening without a trace? It was a question that haunted everyone. The community rallied. Flyers with Emily's smiling face were plastered on every lamppost, every storefront window. Search parties scoured the neighborhood, their flashlights cutting through the darkness. Every lead, every rumor, every shred of hope was meticulously followed, only to lead to a dead end. Days turned into nights and nights into days, but Emily remained missing. Fear gripped the community. Parents held their children a little closer, their hearts heavy with worry. The normalcy of suburban life had been shattered, replaced by an unsettling unease. The Millers, their faces etched with worry and exhaustion, clung to the hope of their daughter's safe return. They prayed for a miracle, for any sign, any clue that would lead them back to their beloved Emily. Whispers of abductions, of strangers lurking in the shadows, filled the air. The unknown was a breeding ground for fear, and the community was drowning in it. The police, their investigation yielding no concrete leads, grew increasingly frustrated. The case was baffling, shrouded in mystery, and the clock was ticking. Emily's disappearance had become a cruel enigma, a puzzle with no apparent solution. The investigation continued, a relentless pursuit of answers. Forensics teams meticulously combed through the Miller house, searching for any trace of Emily. They dusted for fingerprints, analyzed footprints, and scrutinized every inch of the property. But the house remained stubbornly silent, yielding no clues. Interviews with neighbors, friends, and family painted a picture of a happy, well-adjusted teenager. There were no red flags, no signs of trouble, no reason for Emily to run away. Days turned into weeks, and the trail grew colder with each passing hour. Just when the case seemed destined to go cold, a breakthrough came from an unlikely source. A seasoned detective, known for his meticulous attention to detail, noticed a discrepancy in the layout of Emily's room. A wall seemed slightly off, the paint newer than the surrounding area. He tapped on the wall, listening intently. A hollow sound echoed back. With bated breath, the detective and his team carefully pried open the panel. Behind it, they discovered a narrow, dusty crawl space. The air was thick with the smell of mildew and decay. A chill ran down their spines as they realized the horrifying possibility. Emily might be hidden inside. The discovery sent a surge of adrenaline through the team. The case was far from over. They had a lead, a chance to bring Emily home. Armed with flashlights, the detectives cautiously entered the cramped crawl space. The air was heavy, suffocating. Cobwebs brushed against their faces as they slowly inched forward. The silence was deafening, broken only by the sound of their own breathing and the thud of their hearts pounding in their chests. The space was dark, claustrophobic, a nightmare come to life. Then, they saw it. A small, huddled figure, concealed in the deepest recesses of the crawl space. The figure was still, lifeless, sending a wave of nausea through the seasoned detectives. As they approached cautiously, their worst fears were confirmed. It was Emily. She was bound, gagged, and unconscious, but alive. Relief washed over the team, quickly replaced by a surge of urgency. They gently extracted Emily from her prison, their movements swift and practiced. Paramedics rushed her to the hospital, her frail pulse a beacon of hope. She was alive, but her ordeal had taken a toll. She was weak, dehydrated, and traumatized. But she was alive. The investigation took a sharp turn. The focus shifted from a missing person case to a kidnapping investigation. Who would do such a thing? And why? The questions hung heavy in the air, demanding answers. The police, their determination renewed, launched into a full-scale investigation. They reviewed security footage from the neighborhood, interviewed witnesses, and re-examined every piece of evidence. The break in the case came from an unexpected source: a fingerprint. A single fingerprint, found on the duct tape used to bind Emily, matched a name in the system. The name sent shivers down the spines of the investigators. It was Emily's uncle, Robert, a seemingly harmless man, always with a smile on his face and a twinkle in his eye. But Robert harbored a dark secret, a past shrouded in shadows. A background check revealed a criminal history that shocked even the most seasoned detectives. Robert had a history of violence, a pattern of predatory behavior that had gone unnoticed for years. He had hidden his true nature behind a mask of normalcy, preying on the trust of those closest to him. He was a monster hiding in plain sight.